It's been about a year since we showed you our Japanese garden that we constructed here at our studio. I wanted to just do a little bit of an update and show you the garden after it's grown a little bit longer and some of the plants have matured a little bit more. In particular, I wanted to show you this ground cover that we're using to simulate moss in the garden. This is the Blue Star Creeper, a plant that we got from Plant Delights Nursery out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Its botanical name is Laurentia fluviatilis, so it has kind of an odd, strange botanical name. The plant does have small leaves and provides us a really nice texture. We did have green moneywort in here last year to simulate our ground cover or our moss, but the texture just didn't look right. The moneywort's leaves were too big, but the Blue Star Creeper is definitely a much better choice, much finer texture. Now, we've grown this Blue Star Creeper in our rock garden for several years now, and we really like the way it looks in the springtime because it has just a carpet of these pale blue flowers. Now, Japanese gardens tend to not have a lot of flowers or bright colors. They usually have greens or other earthy colors that make up the palette, but this will only be for a brief while that we have all that blue in here. It may look kind of neat. I really like the way the Blue Star Creeper hugs the curves of this bermed up area. It almost looks like a nice lush coastline along the edge there. Of course, the gravel in this garden represents water because it is a dry type Japanese garden. Well, right here we've got another perennial that a lot of you probably have in your yard. It's a plant we see quite a bit in Oklahoma, the variegated monkey grass. And just by the fact that we see it everywhere lets us know that it's a really tough, durable plant. It really performs well for us. And we've got it here next to our old rustic bridge here in this Japanese garden. One thing that I think a lot of people take for granted with the variegated monkey grass is its beautiful lavender flowers that it has here in the fall. Well, the monkey grass is not really a grass, it's actually in the lily family. But right over here we've got a nice little golden grass. This is the golden Japanese forest grass, and it's got, again, a nice green and gold variegation in the foliage. You can see here in the fall it's got these real delicate spikelets, these grass type flowers. Now, the golden Japanese forest grass can be a little bit hard to grow in Oklahoma. It likes to be out of the hot, dry, southwesterly winds. So we've got it positioned right here on kind of the northeast corner of this bermed up area, and also it's getting a lot of protection from this large boulder. These are native to wooded and mountainous areas in Japan. Interesting little perennial grass. Right back here on the other side of this little bridge, we have black mondo grass, and this is one of my favorite ground covers. It's a very slow growing plant, but just look at that rich black color. If you look close, you can see that it's really a dark, dark green, but it has so much pigment that it actually gives us a nice black color for the landscape. Again, it is slow growing, so that means it's a little bit expensive for the nurseryman to produce, but once established in your garden, it makes a really unique ground cover. Well, if you're interested in this type of gardening and you're in the Stillwater area, we just invite you to come by our Oklahoma gardening studio and check out our Japanese garden.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.